In the series, before I begin, low and high blood pressure, does it take more energy? What does it take more of? What is the difference between the upload and the download as a work level for a computer? Do we need more? When we upload, is it harder to upload than to download? Because I see one of them goes faster than the other. Do they charge more for the two? How does that work? Because my blood pressure is a little high, but I'm feeling great. And my brain is a little fast, so they think that I'm delusional because they can't keeping up to me. If I would bring 500 people into a crowd, let's say 5 to 1, anything I say, one of those people in that crowd is already going to know. But there's going to be 10 people in the other crowd, critics. And they're all going to say, you've never seen that before. You're telling this and telling that. And all these people in the crowd are going to go, no, somebody else has already said that before. And that's what happens when you show up in the courtroom and you bring all the judge and you bring the lawyers and you bring all the people, and then they read from manuscripts of things that happened before in life. And because of those judges and manuscripts, they gave me the idea to think this way. Okay. So anyways, beginning this video, I wanted to show you how 6 matches with 3. See, we have 6 here, right? We have actually 2 boxes. But with 3 more, look at that. With 3 more, how many boxes do I have now? I have a box here. I created a box here. I created a box here. I created a box here. And at the same time, I created 2 boxes here. And now I have 2 boxes here. So at first I had an X and X, and I created an O. The X value is 24. The O value, the X value and the O value is 15. But the X has an alternative value. It's also the value of 10. The X that falls in the middle over here gets a value of 10. These other X's will only get a value of 24. Because you need, let me explain to you, this one over here is 100%. It's in the center area, okay, of that 10. So in these 1, 2, 3, 4 times, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 1 times 0. This center is 0. Where's your value? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here's your 1x, your 2x's, your 3x's, your 4x's, okay, and your 5th x. Okay, 4 times 15, and your 4x's are going to be 4 times, excuse me, the 4x's, let's use them as 4 times 24. 1x here, 1x here, 1x here, 1x here, and your 1x over here. So this will equal 96. This will equal 60. Your 1x over here will be 1 times 10, and boom, you have 6. 9 and 6, 15, 16, 166, the spirit of the half-life. Now, if I had to add this one here, okay, the big one over here at 15, I'd have 181, and that would be adding up 1 to 18 equals to the same numbers. 118, 118, the same numbers. That's to the letter R. That's half the value. Now, this value, I always tell you, is 6. Okay, all zeros equal 6. Now, why is the 0 15? Because 0, okay, is 1.5 times, because your next design that you're going to do, okay, the next design that you're going to do, let me see how this works out here. The next design that you're going to do, right over here. Right over here, the next design. So now, in all these designs, I now put 1 over here, right? There's nothing here, there's nothing here. You see these designs? I have an X here. I have nothing to go out. Now we have a center. This one completes the center. By doing this, this is the completion of the center over here. Let me see if I can see that 8 over here, and then the other 8 over here. They lock. They lock. They lock into each other, right? So now those two lock into each other. 88 locks in, right? And then we have 888, which will start creating your X's and your I's. But we don't even have to use this as 888, right? We can just use it as 3 and 3, because this over here already exists. Forget about this part over here. How can I do that? Do I have another color? I can mix this up. I need a color. Hello, boys. Here. Let's see which color is better. You see, this is open. All this is open, right? So it becomes like a 3. And then this one is the same thing. And this becomes a 3. Forget about this piece on the inside, okay? This piece over here is 5. This piece over here is 3. There's all kinds of ways. Do you see this, and this? This is V for a Roman numeral, saying 5. 5 says half. If you're half, you're on one side. Here's the center. The center automatically takes up where this line is. I don't have the line on the other one yet. Okay? This is the halfway point between the two. Here it's big at the center. Here's your W at the top. And how did we get all of this? We decided 3. I put 6 to start, and then I added 3. Let me add the one more over here. I don't have to. First I had 6, and then I had 3. But without these marks over here, I cannot finish this, right? I'm going to have to make the... Let me see. Here's the center of this one. Here's the center of this one. Here's the center of this one. I'm trying to see if I have to have any dots out here. Do I need the dots out here? Did I make the dots out here? Let me draw that again. Can I just do this again? I came to here. Okay, would I not have to have a dot here? Right? A dot here, and 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 a dot here. So now I got to redo this whole thing again. Hold on a second. So we're going to continue this one over here. You notice we had 1, 2, 3 rows, right? So we have 1, 2, 3 rows. We're going to just make sure it's the same as the calculator, right? We have to work it the same way. So what we do is we want to find the center X and the center O. This value equals to 39, and that is your sky system. Okay, your greatest distance is 1, 2, 3. If you're 1, 2, 3 up here, you're in 2 skies, you're split. If the world is on an angle, you have a joint sky. Now there's the joint sky here. I don't even want to get into that. I just want to get into numbers. Once we have this first 6 and these 3, okay, this 6 and this 3 shows you we're at the halfway point of creating the rest. We haven't created the rest yet. The rest, the beginning, is the life over here. This one over here. This is your first 9. Okay, this is one side. Then we duplicate this side over here, and we create the other side. You need a minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a minimum of 15 to create this, but we're not done because we need to center this. You see the way we put this lock on the outside here? We have to put the same lock up over here. So now we have to take this over here. We now locked up that area. We take this over here. We now locked up the top area. We take this over here. Okay, over here, and hold on a second, over here, and we take this over here, and we take this over here. Now we locked up this area. Now we locked up the center. Let's call this 20. Let's call this 50. The red eye. Let's call this the green. But this is the minimum. Now we needed how many rows to do this? What is the exact calculation? Forget about what we're not counting. Okay, forget about what we're not counting, right? And I need to count this, and I need to count this. This is in the center. 3 rows get the full center. The rest of it do not. See the L angles that cut off over here? See, these are the L leftover angles. This is your leftover. All right, it just goes like this. Twists in, twists out. It seems like because it's flat. Anyways, let's not talk about that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You need a minimum of 25 to create this. Okay. Now, if you want to close this in, we have to go a few more rows. If I want to close this in too, but we created this. Now we have 1, 2 arms on the outside. Do we need these arms on the outside? Yes, we do to complete this. To complete this box, right, this arm must go to the center. Once you reach this over here, you have part of the center. You have 1 corner of the center when you reach that over there. So over here, when you reach this over here, this one over here, this one over here, you have 1 corner of the center. You have 1 corner. Let me see how this works. You have 1 corner of the center. I'm just trying to see. You have 1 corner of the center. Basically, this is the way. I'm just trying to figure, is this the way it is? This squared off, something like this cross, because now we're closing in all the arms that extend, right? We close in all the arms that extend, out from the X that cut through. Do you follow what I'm saying? Do you see the design? Once we made all our X's, creating our first 6. We connect our first 6 X's, right? We connect 1 here, 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We create an X between them. Then we put 3 more. We create an X between them. Now we need to split it over and mirror it. When we finish splitting over and mirror it, we have to use all these numbers. So there's arms that go out, because otherwise I have a half a space over here used. I can do that, but we still have the arm going out. If I didn't use the arm going out, it wouldn't be included in the design. Okay, so we have this arm going out here and this arm going out here, creating this. Same thing, go out here, create this, and then it creates your GMC sign. So how many actual things are in? We're actually leaving out 4. So there's 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're leaving out 4 equals to, we're using 21. 1 through 6. At the same time, we have to understand these over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 5 in the center, leaves us with 16 and 5. Because these 5 in the center, actually, it's 17 and 1 and 4. Because there's only one center. This is separate to all. 17, 1, and 4. The IT system in the sun. You go to 16, you go spirit of the half-life. And don't forget, it goes on 2 sides, right? And if you want to take the 2 sides, there's 3 on this side, there's 3 in the middle. 1 that divides them both. 1 to the center, 1 to the center, 1 to the center. Take away these 2, take away these 2. The height of these 2, right, is 6. The height of these 2 is 6. The separation between these 2 is 1.5. And that separation is Mars. Raphael, it can be all in your head. And that separation to bring this Earth back together. Seeing these squares for what they are, remember this one? One is higher than the other one. So this square that you see in between it is actually bringing the 2 together and overlapping the 2. Overlapping the left of one to the right of the other, like somebody walking between you. Thank you for watching.